Hello there, Michaela. Have you finished rearranging the furniture in my room yet? Hi, Bernice. Yep, all done. I moved the bed and chest of drawers. Oh no, you moved them already? Forgive me, but you'll have to move them back. Huh? I changed my mind. I decided I liked everything just the way it was. Sorry to trouble you like this, dear. I know you went out of your way to move them for me, but the more I think about it, the more I realized I like the old setup. I wish I could do it myself. But there's no way a fragile, old dear like me is capable of moving heavy furniture around. Okay, understood. I'll move them back. Oh, there was one more thing. Could you sort through all those cardboard boxes from when we moved in? They've been sat in the corner gathering cobwebs for ages now. It really is time someone did something about them. You don't mind if I open your things? I'm happy to help you out, but I can't promise everything will end up where you want it. It's fine. I just want you to get everything tidied up ASAP. If you put anything in the wrong place, I'll just have you move it again afterwards. I see. It's such a shame to have them sitting around in my brand new house like that. They're such an eyesore. Oh, that mountain of dusty cardboard boxes in your room looks simply fantastic. They really set the mood. Said no one ever. You're such a big help, Michaela, darling. I'm so thankful we have someone with so much free time on their hands living with us. Bernice, about that. I'm pretty sure I told you this when I moved in with you. But I have a job. I know that, but you work from home, right? It seems more like a casual side job type of thing to me. Anyways, what's your point? It's not a casual side job at all. I'm a full-time employee, and my contract is just as valid as someone who goes into the office 40 hours a week. I just happen to work from home. Oh, really? That's fascinating, dear. Anyway, make sure you keep on top of your housework duties. I want this place sparkling. You don't seriously think you can make me, your mother-in-law, do everything around the house when I'm so kindly letting you live with us in our family home? Didn't you say we were gonna split the housework 50-50? I did? Oh, sorry, dear, I don't remember. Did I say that? Fred said you'd agreed to it when he explained our conditions to you. I must not have heard him. Forgive me, dear. I'm getting old, you know. I'm not as sharp as I used to be. I see. By the way, I'd like beef stew for supper tonight. Do you mind if I make it tomorrow instead? Why do you think I said it? I want it today, dummy. But I'm still not finished moving the furniture in your room back. And when that's done, you want me to sort through all these cardboard boxes, right? I don't think I'm gonna have time. It's a daughter-in-law's job to make time. When you married my son, you made a solemn pledge to serve this family with unwavering dedication and loyalty. I am your mother-in-law, and my word is law. It would appear your parents dropped the ball in the discipline department while you were growing up, but not to worry, we'll soon fix that. I'm going to teach you a thing or two about being a woman. So just do as I say, and we'll have you whipped up into a decent, respectable wife for my son in no time. But it's already 3 p.m. Which means you have at least 3 more hours to get done with everything up there. How about you get to work instead of grumbling about your responsibilities? Chop chop, darling. Those boxes aren't going to unpack themselves. Fine. I'm counting on you. I can't wait for my beef stew. Be liberal with the carrots. I can't stop eating them lately. I think I might be turning into Bugs Bunny. Michaela, this is bad. Emergency! I repeat, emergency! Really? What is it? Where are you right now? Are you still at the supermarket? Yeah, I just arrived at the car park. I'm still in the car. The supermarket is cancelled! I repeat, cancelled! You have to drive over to the Power Crystal shop over on Peeps Avenue at once. Huh? The Power Crystal shop? What even is that, and why? My daughter's pregnant! It said on the net that the shop is famous for their pregnancy crystals. Apparently, they encourage emotional release by helping clear blocked energy in their chakras. It said when expectant mothers wear them, they promote healthy childbirth and bonding with a baby. Which means you absolutely have to go and buy her some ASAP. Okay. I didn't really know that was a thing, but I guess I can go pick up some if that's what you want. And wow, that's great! Congratulations to Kaylee on the baby! Isn't it just? It's been donkey's years since we had such splendid news. Not only that, but she's already 5 months gone! Wow! 5 months? That means the baby will be born this year. Still, I can't believe she waited all this time to tell her own mother. That girl has always had a certain coldness about her. I guess everyone feels ready at different times. The early days are unpredictable. I doubt she was being cold. I bet she just didn't want to get your hopes up. She probably felt more comfortable telling you when she knew things looked certain. Things tend to stabilize a lot around the 5-month mark. I suppose it's all water under the bridge now. I'm just happy she's pregnant. I can't believe it. I'm finally going to be a grandma. It's like all my Christmases have come at once. To tell you the truth, I always thought Fred would be the first one to give me grandchildren. Unfortunately, it would appear you two have no intention of giving me what I want. We do want kids one day. We're just not ready yet, is all. Really? Could have fooled me. You've been married 3 whole years now and still not so much as hint of baby talk. I was convinced you were dead set on letting your eggs dry up. Wait a sec. Michaela, are you infertile? What? No way. I wonder. I doubt you'd even tell me if you were. So, get this. I read something very interesting online the other day. Apparently girls with a lot of notches on their bedposts find it harder to fall pregnant. Now, I know your dress sense is a little extravagant. Forgive me if this sounds rude, and this is just a hunch, but if by any chance did you go around the block a few times before you settled down with my son? I think you catch my drift. Wow, Bernice, did you seriously just ask me that? No! Oh, no, I didn't touch a nerve, did I, darling? I'm sorry, I really didn't mean anything by it. That's just the kind of girl you look like is all. There's nothing wrong with liking colorful clothes. It's okay, you don't have to try and justify yourself to me. I hope you're not upset. Anyway, ready for the gender reveal? Word is it's a boy. With Kaylee as his mom, I bet he'll be super handsome. He's bound to grow into a little heartbreaker. Aren't you even a little disappointed? This means that Kaylee's boy, and not yours, will be our family successor. Huh? Disappointed? Thought hadn't even crossed my mind. I'm really happy for her. It makes no difference to me who the successor is. Besides, what is this, the Middle Ages? Goodness me. Do you even understand the implications of what you're saying? Being the eldest son means he'll be set to inherit all of our assets. That's honestly fine by me. Putting on a brave face, Arisier. You clearly won't admit it, but I bet it's eating you up inside. Well, I guess you're in no position to complain if you're not even trying to get pregnant. Anyway, that's enough idle chit-chat. Hurry up and come back with the shopping. I want to send Kaylee her power crystals as soon as possible. The sooner her chakras are realigned, the better. Michaela, are there any pears in the fridge? I don't think so. In that case, I want you to pick me some up. Please, Bernice, I did tell you I wasn't feeling well this morning. I'm exhausted just from walking to the bathroom. I'm resting up in bed till I feel better. What's your point? Please, can you do the shopping yourself just for today? My fever hasn't gone down at all. How bad can it be? I bet it's mild at worst. Take some fever medicine and start moving. How are you supposed to get better with no circulation? Come on, move around a little, and you'll be as right as rain before you know it. A trip to the store to pick up my beer sounds like just what you need. It's not just a fever. I'm exhausted, and I have a headache. Don't be so dramatic, dear. You're probably just imagining it. Could you ask Fred instead? My son? You want me to send my son out grocery shopping? Does he look like a woman to you? Just what on earth must you think of your husband if you think that's an acceptable way to treat him? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I heard you even make him do housework sometimes. Why don't you make him wear a dress while you're at it? How do you sleep at night?
My son works day in, day out to make sure you have everything you need, and you repay him by treating him like your errand boy maidservant? It's time you got your act together, young lady.
Me and Fred agreed to split the housework because we both work full-time.
Do not compare your job with what my son does. I've seen you working on your laptop in the kitchen. I'm not sure exactly what it is you do, but it always looks like you're playing video games or watching movies to me. Do not take advantage of his kindness. Start treating him with more respect.
Please, can you just give me a break for one day?
Point taken loud and clear. I suppose I'll have to go and pick up the beers myself. You know what? Fine. I know firsthand what a slave driver you are now.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. What do I care? You'll be leaving soon.
Wait, what? Leaving?
My daughter will be coming to stay for a home birth.
Kaylee? At the house?
Oh, I can't help but worry about her. What with it being her first and all. I'd be failing in my duty as a mother if I wasn't there to support her when she needed me most.
So, she's coming to stay here?
Are you stupid, girl? Yes, obviously here. My house that my son had built for me. Where else would she do a home birth, dummy? I want you gone while she's here. She'd feel uncomfortable with a stranger like you hanging around.
What are you talking about? The only one who'll be leaving is you.
What am I talking about? What are you talking about, Missy? Are you on drugs? I know I told you to take some medicine, but I didn't say drink the whole bottle.
I'm the one who had this house built, not Fred. If you're gonna try and kick me out of my own house, then you can get the hell out yourself.
Stop it, dear. I'm creasing up here. How could a low-income peasant like you possibly make enough to afford to have a house like this built? I bet you have pocket change at best with that poxy little job of yours.
My salary is double Fred's.
I knew it. That fever must be making you delirious. Get some sleep and stop talking nonsense. Actually, wait. You need to get your things together first. I'll be handing over your office to Kaylee to use as your bedroom. I want you gone before the end of the next month. I can't wait to live with just my family again. It's going to be so refreshing not to have any unwelcome strangers hanging around for a change.
Got it. By the end of the month, right? Don't worry. I'll get everything together.
Michaela, what's going on? Where are you?
Out for dinner.
The front door won't open. My key won't fit in the lock for some reason. Hurry up and get back here.
No can do. Me and Fred just arrived at the restaurant. We're gonna enjoy our meal in peace, thanks.
What am I supposed to do then? Hang around out here in the yard until you two finish eating?
It's fine. You don't have to wait around. In fact, it's probably best that you don't. You don't live there anymore.
Excuse me?
The reason the door won't open is because I had the locks changed. You won't be going inside again. Oh, and I'll call the police immediately if you do anything stupid like breaking the windows to get in. I have a camera linked to an app on my phone, so don't think I won't know. I must say, Bernice, you look a little panicked right now.
Oh my god, you're watching me? Ugh, so creepy. Wait a sec, is this because I gave you your marching orders because Kaylee's coming home?
I'd be lying if I said it didn't play a part.
You're the most wicked, malicious person I've ever met. How could you do this to me and Kaylee? This is our first child we're talking about here. Wouldn't you feel bad for her if she couldn't come back to the family home for birth?
Like I said before, it's not the family home. I had it built with my own hard-earned money. It's my name on the deed, and you only live there because I was letting you live there.
You had it built in your name? No way, I don't believe you. You have to be lying.
You're free to think that if it makes you feel better. Me and Fred are breaking things off with you. We put all your stuff together and left it in a rental storage container. The key's in the post box, so take it and get lost.
You took all of my things? What the hell are you playing at, young lady? Is this how you're paying me for all I've done for you? How could you do this to your own mother-in-law?
That's weird. I don't remember you doing anything for me at all. To me? Sure. If we're talking things you did to me, we have the endless bullying, harassment, slave driving, and general all around unpleasantness you subjected me to. But for me? No, zero, zitch, nada. We weren't even that keen on having you move in with us in the first place. You're the one who showed up outside of our apartment while we were having the house built and broke down in tears, begging us to let you live with us when it was finished because you were so lonely, remember? I've been all on my own ever since my husband passed away. What do you expect? It's only right that Fred let me live with him. He's my eldest son. We agreed to let you stay as long as you respected our rules. The problem is, you haven't respected them at all for the entire 3 months you've been here. You really feel that way? You left all the housework to me. You constantly bugged me with your asinine bullshit while I was working during the day and made it hard to focus on my job. You did nothing but complain about the food, despite the fact that I cooked every single meal, and you never lifted a finger. It's like you thought you were staying at a hotel. You didn't stop, despite Fred warning you countless times, and if anything, you got worse. But that's because I'm your mother-in-law. You have duties to fulfill to me as my son's wife. No, you have a duty to respect the rules in our house. If you can't do that, then we don't want you around. It's really that simple. You were so convinced the house belonged to Fred, you invited Kaylee back for a home birth without any input from either of us. Then, as if that wasn't enough, you tried to kick me out? That was the last straw. Everyone has their limits, Bernice, and you pushed me far past mine. Something tells me you have no idea how good you had it these past 3 months. You will soon, though, because the freeloading ends here. Michaela, Fred won't answer the phone. You're together now, right? Will you tell him to pick it up? Sorry, no can do. He just blocked your number. I'll be doing the same. No, wait. Please, Michaela, don't you think this is a little dramatic? You can't be serious about breaking things off with me. That means we never see each other again, you know. I'm a veritable ray of sunshine. Can you imagine how gloomy your lives would be without me in it? It doesn't even bear thinking about. Right, of course you don't want that. Let's all calm down and get together to talk things through, shall we? I think we're all just misunderstanding each other here. Yes, that's it. This is all one big misunderstanding. Bernice? And ray of sunshine? Try torrential downpour? Go on. What are we misunderstood on? Neither of us have anything to say to you. You had ample opportunity to change your ways. Fine, I admit it. I probably over-relied on you a little at times. But surely the birth of Kaylee's baby is a different matter? Why should she suffer the consequences of our squabbles? Please, will you at least let me stay at the house until the baby is born? No way. If we let you stay, you'd hang on for dear life when it finally came to leaving. You kick and scream and it'd be one big bothersome shit show. No thanks. We can do without the drama. Sorry, dear. I don't remember. Did I say that? I can see it coming already. Like hell, we are letting you warn your way back in. Please, I never say those things. But those are direct quotes. 2 of your favorite lines. Don't you remember them either? You have an awfully selective memory. I don't trust you one bit. Besides, I heard from Kaylee. She said she wanted to stay in the hospital, but you insisted she had to do a home birth. She hadn't even considered the idea before you started barking orders at her. I thought she might change her mind if we got the place ready for her and made everything to her liking. She already has her eye on a maternity hospital. She says she's gonna do the birth there. Which means you don't have to worry yourself with the home birth stuff anymore. And you don't need to be at our house for a second longer. Now go find yourself somewhere else to live and stop bothering us. Michaela, I'm so sorry. Oh? I admit I was at fault. I treated you unfairly. Please forgive me. I'm begging you. Please let me carry on living at the house. You still don't get it, do you, Bernice? There isn't an issue of us forgiving or not forgiving you. There is an issue of us kicking you out of the house and cutting you out of our lives for good. Don't say such horrible things. Look, I admit it. I might have said the occasional horrible thing to you myself. But that was just my way of giving advice as someone who's been a stay-at-home housewife for 30 years.
I thought I could educate you in the womanly ways. But you're obviously very independent and capable enough to get by without my help, and I see that now. I never did any of it with bad intentions. I did it because I care.
Interesting. In that case, you have an incredible talent for making people you care about feel like absolute crap.
It's the truth. Please, won't you forgive me? I acknowledge and accepted you as my son's wife in my own way. I enjoyed living with you, you know. I was really looking forward to our future together as a family.
You mean you were looking forward to your future of treating me like your slave? It's obvious you look at me with contempt. You tried forcing me to go shopping despite me going bedbound with a nasty fever. Then, you tried kicking me out of my own house so you could force your daughter to give birth in it. Call me crazy, but I'm finding it really difficult to detect any sincerity in what you're saying right now. The only reason I put up with your crap is because you're Fred's mom. If you were anyone else, you'd have been gone in a heartbeat. I feel like an idiot for tolerating you for so long.
I'm so sorry, dear. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'll never treat it like my house again, I swear. Just let me back in. I'll be the perfect guest from now on. Please just don't kick me out to anything but that.
Sorry, no can do. I thought this for a while, but I feel uncomfortable with a stranger like you hanging around. That's why I'm actually really grateful you tried kicking me out. I can't wait to live with just my family again. It's going to be so refreshing not to have any unwelcome strangers hanging around for a change. Me and Fred returned home from our meal to find a distraught Bernice rocking back and forth in a fetal position in the backyard while repeating, "It's just a nightmare. You wake up soon." To herself like a mental patient who forgot to take her meds. But when she saw her son's face, the harsh reality came crashing down on her and she broke down in a fit of hysterics and demanded we let her back inside the house. We told her countless times that wouldn't be happening and that she had to leave, but it went in one ear and out the other. By that time, mine and Fred's patience had reached its limits. We went inside the house and made sure all the doors and windows were firmly locked, leaving her out there in the yard, a crumpled, tear-stained mess. By the next morning, she was gone. We knew she wouldn't have what it took to stay the night out there, so rather than waste any more time with her, we just let the elements do their thing. She showed up at the house a few more times after that. But we never saw her again after we made it clear we'd call the cops if she didn't cut it out. Something tells me she knew I wasn't joking, and with that, her will to fight withered away. Kaylee told me she kept getting hysterical 2 a.m. phone calls from a despairing mother whose life had now completely fallen apart. She initially felt bad for her, but eventually lost patience and gave her what for when she realized all she was calling to do was badmouth me and Fred. Apparently Kaylee had been sick and tired of her mom for a while and decided to break things off with her too. None of us have any idea where Bernice is or what she's doing now. To tell you the truth, I couldn't care less. We cut her out of our lives for a reason, and we don't regret it one bit. Even if my husband and his sister do decide to forgive her and start having some kind of relationship again someday, I most definitely will not. While the mother-in-law from hell, now nothing but a bad memory, I'm finally able to relax in my own house, and it feels great. Since we didn't see each other that often until she moved in with us, I didn't know what she was like, which is why I made the mistake of assuming she was a decent human being. Why was I wrong in that one? I reluctantly agreed to have her moved in with us because I felt bad for her being a lonely widow, and her breaking down in tears on me just pulled at my heartstrings even more. But now, I can say without any shadow of a doubt, it was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. That said, just knowing that I'll never see her again somehow fills my heart with a contented feeling of peace and tranquility. And for the first time in a long time, I feel optimistic about the future. It's only natural to want your husband's mom to like you. But there's no bigger exercise in fertility than trying to win the approval of someone who isn't even worthy of being in your life to begin with. I'm gonna spend the time I used to spend trying to please my overbearing mother-in-law more wisely from now on important people who deserve it.